Alrighty. Playing some more Hades. Seeing if we can finally beat it. Let's waste no time. Get right into the action.
Hey, the head wedge isn't busting your chops too bad, is she? What with you coming back here pretty often lately and all?
I know Headmistress can be very demanding. I'm sure she hopes I would have encountered more success
Tibbs, it
by
is
now,
not a
but
coincidence.
she's been...
He is a tube.
Well, I hope that sticks.
We're gonna beat him. I can feel it in me bones.
I think.
What say the cards this eve?
I cannot upgrade that right now. How many points do I have? 2? I don't have any cards worth 2, but if I decrease 1, I could play a 3. I'm fine. We're gonna remember to switch the trinket at the beginning this time. Boon of Poseidon is likely you can verify his common blessing once this night. Same thing with Aphrodite. Same thing with Hephaestus. Yeah, I mean, we'll start with one of these, right? We'll start with that. I know nothing about this game, so I can't really give any tips or anything. That's okay. So, like, basically the way this game works in a nutshell, I'll do like a quick rundown of what's going on here. We're in the hub world. We're not like in the game yet. We're not like in the battle area. This is like the menu, the hub world, so to speak. So these are kind of like attributes we can carry, and after each major boss we could switch if we want. Um, these are weapons that you use throughout the run. You don't get to switch these. You just kind of pick what you prefer. I kind of like the starting weapon. Like, for example, this one is slow and really strong. It can block. This one is very projectile heavy, and it acts in different ways depending on what button you push. Quick attacks up close, and a pretty mid-range move, but has that. And then this is a spear, and it also shoots magic. That's what I like. Oh, and a universal ability is you could drop this circle, and it makes it so they get stuck. It like slows them down. So really all we're trying to do is beat all the levels and get to the boss, and as we go on, we get new abilities. Kind of think of like, what's another game we played before? It's a roguelike game, so you'll get abilities as you go along. If you played Balatro before, they're kind of like the Joker cards, you know? Like, you'll see.
I bid you shine for me again tonight.
Our charge as Silver Sisters is to work in shadow to uphold the will of night. Olympus remains unaware of us.
Lisa,
Their own goddess of
good
the
girl.
heart is one of us.
I can't
But their
sing,
own
hi.
messenger serves us as well. Let us keep it this way.
Do you know what enemies, bosses you'll be fighting? If you do, then I'd build towards that. Take the stuff that'll set you up for them rather than the stuff that's strongest in the moment. Yeah, for sure. So, like, basically, I don't have too much of a problem fighting any of the bosses except the last one. So I'm basically building for the final boss. And now that I've fought him a few times, I know what attacks he does and what strategy I want to use. I'll explain after I pick one of these. So your hex makes you rise. So this is giving me a new attack, like a button that wouldn't do anything otherwise. Now this is gonna do something. You don't have to worry about the stuff on the right so much right now. That's basically just potential to upgrade the thing later. Abilities for 5 seconds. This is completely new. I have no idea what this is, but this sounds really strong, but kind of random. That summons an enemy, basically, and that's like a crash move. I think this is interesting. I'll give this a try. It has the best upgrade potential right now, too. But anyways, for the last boss, and for a lot of the game in general, you want to use range. You don't want to get up close and risk getting hit because, you know, the closer the enemies are, for the most part, the most likely they'll hit you. Even if they have range attacks, you can react to it better if you're further away. And then, when you are up close, you can poke and kind of like run away like that. And when you dash like this, you're invincible for a brief moment, so that's important. But anyways, let's try and get the best build going we can. I'm only fighting up close at the beginning because I know what enemies I can just kind of get away with it, and I do a little more damage sometimes.
There.
Increase max. Also, I'm only pausing because I want to read this. It looks like it's interesting. Also, can you choose to fight harder enemies to get better rewards? If so, then it might be worth it to take some stuff that won't help much endgame, but will help you immediately, because then you can use it to beat harder enemies and get overall stronger before the last boss. Yeah, so it's kind of RNG in this game, but basically there's a room you can enter where you'll be given a debuff for a few floors, but then afterwards you get a perma buff, and oftentimes that can be useful, and you get to pick between 3 different scenarios when you enter that room. The only added cost on top of that is when you enter the room, you lose a little bit of health, but if it's early game, I definitely always go for it, because I can usually work around whatever stipulation they set on me, and the rewards are typically worth it. Not many things in this game punish you without it being worth it, which is nice. They balanced it pretty well. Same thing, see that yellow health bar? That means he won't get hit stunned when I strike him until that bar is gone. Because now that his bar is gone, I can walk up and I know he's not going to be able to hit me while I'm hitting him fast enough. Same thing, like trees and stuff like that. You can kind of hit them down into other enemies to deal bonus damage. There's a bunch of little things like that. Alright, let's do a little dance for this guy. He'll give us stuff. So can you choose to take on more fights or harder fights for better rewards? In that case, then some temporary buffs can def be worth it, so you can win those. Yeah, it's only situational. You can't do it whenever you want. And beating enemies on their own, I mean, sometimes they drop money, which is good for stuff like this. But, yeah, like, nothing here is actually worth buying right now. I'm just gonna save the money, but yeah, sometimes. So right now you can see 2 different doors. You have this one, it's like a coin, so the reward for clearing the floor will be money, which you could use to buy stuff later, and sometimes there is helpful stuff, especially in the last store in the game, which is right before the last boss, and everything's really expensive. But even for late game, something like this is a better choice. It's a boon. So based on his symbol, I know I'm gonna talk to Poseidon, and he'll give me a different list of abilities I can pick from. Kind of similar how at the very beginning of the game I picked a special move. It's kind of like that. It'll either give me something brand new, or it will augment one of my existing abilities. So we could talk to him.
Our family scattered to the winds a bit, my niece. You've heard from those of us upon this mountaintop, but Zeus sent several of his children to take care of things down closer to the base. They're probably just fine.
So this first one essentially makes it so whenever I do my close range stab, it'll knock enemies backwards away from me, which is nice, and it deals an extra 15 points of damage. This one makes it so when I do my range attack, my specials, it knocks those away and it does even more damage. And then this one makes it so when I hold my spellbinding circle, whenever you hold an attack button or whatever, it does an extreme version of that move, I guess. So this one makes it so it immediately closes the circle, but it deals a bunch of damage and knocks people away, which is nice, but there's better ones. I think this special one would be really helpful. So will you mostly skip shops to get power-ups instead and then use the last shop to spend all your money at once? For the most part, yeah. Unless I don't have any other choice at the time. It's also, the stores are safe floors, so you don't have to fight anything. Conversely, right now, so both of these are upgrades, just like Poseidon, and the skull underneath means I'm gonna fight some sort of mini-boss, so I just gotta pick which one I want. They're both really good. There's a specific boon that Hephaestus gives us, this guy, that I like. It recharges our magic really quick, which helps do, like, all kinds of special moves, so we're gonna try and do that. I fought this character a bunch, so I kinda know how they play. I know how to fight them. Run around. Watch out for the tentacle thing. Stuff. Shooting again. Oh, I got stuck in the vine. See, that'll slow you down and then you get hit. Really, we're just trying to get his armor down, then we can kind of rush him. Yeah, see, now you can't really do anything. Drop a circle on him to do extra damage. Just watch out for the tentacle, and it's dead.
Enough.
Do you think this game would be fine on mouse and keyboard, or would controller work better? I think it's probably preference. The analog stick, I think, gives you a little more control. I use an Xbox controller. I know some people that play with a mouse and keyboard. For me, it's easier with a controller.
Forged only knows how deep within the earth under the watchful eye of night. Something like that.
Alright, let's see if it has the one I want. Oh, and see, some of the abilities have rarities. See how it says rare? There'll be some later that say, like, epic and stuff. It basically means the number value, like magic restored from damage, bonus weapon damage, is higher than it would be if it wasn't rare. And later you can increase the rarity of things you already got, too. So, those are options. Whenever you take damage, restore magic. If you take damage during your attacks and specials, they are stronger if they hit. It's helpful, but, like, also kind of specific. Like, these are rare, but I don't know how much I like that. Although this one makes it so basically every 12 seconds, my next attack will do a lot of damage and hurt people in the area. So I'm gonna go with this one, even though it's not rare. I think it is, in the long term, better than these. For the way I play anyways. And yeah, analog stick for this is definitely helpful. Alright. So our only option is to go here. Some of these items you see, like that green thing on the door, it doesn't really help me with this specific run, but it's a currency you can use back at the main menu to help you unlock things, which can help you during your run. Alright, I gotta break these nests and hope to find the item. Sometimes it'll be bad guys, sometimes it'll be money. Yeah, see, there's a bad guy. Oh, there's a couple of them. No big deal, though. We'll just kill them real quick. Nice. We can grab this. Now, we can break other stuff, but, like, you really don't even get much of a reward, see? Yeah, see, there's nothing. So, that bag is the shop. I'm gonna skip that. This bomb-looking thing. Oh, it's not even a bomb. I just realized it's a jar. It increases the max capacity of magic you have, which is the blue bar in the bottom left.
There you are.
Hunt is on. This means, I have a buddy helping me. It's a special event. See that big, like, clang that happened? It went slow-mo and I hit them? That's that ability I got from Hephaestus.
Smite them.
Like that, see? The kunk-kunk-kunk-kunk.
Easy mark.
Easy.
Area secure. It's strange, isn't it?
She'll give me an ability too. I get to pick.
Chronos, I mean. But I feel
Doesn't matter who he is. He's a threat.
strictly business then, is it?
Alright, after you dash, your Omega moves, which is your charge moves, deal more damage for 2 seconds. Any damage you deal may be critical by a 3% chance, or foes in your cast may take critical damage from your attacks. I mean, this has the highest percentage of happening. Well, it's not even that it's a percentage of happening, it's a guaranteed to happen, and it's by 20% bonus damage. This does 200% damage, but it's only a 3% chance. So you know how you said rarities refer to how much the ability is upgraded? Yes. Like this one, this epic one is one that's of higher rarity, it's upgraded. So the typical one would be like maybe 10%, the rare would be 15, and the epic is 20, I'm guessing. I'm gonna go with this one, by the way, for now.
My mark is yours. Till we meet again.
I think it means if I dash like that. After you dash, your mega moves deal damage for 2 seconds. Oh yeah, you see how I glow green for a second? That means it'll be upgraded. So that's a currency, and these hands means I get to see Arachne. She gives me armor. It's helpful for the run, so we're going with that.
Refinery, so soft, divine. Spinning my thread. Is it truly you? So
It
then
is
the gods
I.
above are helping you, aren't they? Though why do I even ask? I already know. I've seen these woods light up with all their multicolored messages.
It's true. Olympus and I share a common goal. For the Titan of Time threatens us all. I should have told you, it's just... I didn't know what to say.
Hey.
So the fates got me again. I may be a better weaver than all the gods combined, but those three beat me every time. Though don't worry, I won't turn my abdomen on you, even if the gods will benefit.
Get it? The abdomen, it's on the back. I won't turn my back on you. And you said you can upgrade abilities later on, but to upgrade them you would have to use resources that could have otherwise been used on something else. The point in making being that high rarities may matter a lot since you won't have to spend resources upgrading them, whereas if you took a bunch of unupgraded stuff with the plan of upgrading it, that may take away resources you could have used otherwise. Yes, and that is true. The only other thing to consider is you only have so many spaces for things. So let's say like... Well, actually, it's not even just spaces for things. I'll show you in a sec. Let me pick this, and then well, actually, hang on, I can show you right now in here. So, for example, this special upgrade, if I find another ability that increases my special ability, I would have to replace this one with it. Each of these slots is dedicated to a certain type of attack. It still applies though. If I find something of better rarity, it would make sense to swap, and then I could have got something completely unique. But more often than not, you end up maxing out everything, or pretty much everything anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. Sometimes you just have to pick the best thing there is available, and sometimes the thing with higher rarity isn't always the best thing to choose based on the synergy of your build, if that makes sense. But anyhow, I'm gonna go with this one.
May it keep you safe.
We're gonna go for that. We need more of those. Ash. Should have dashed first so my charge cast was better. I forgot. Nice.
Is that all?
I don't know much about this game, so I'm just thinking out loud. No, I mean, that makes sense, and you're not even wrong, you're actually right. I'm just trying to pick the best abilities I think that will help me, based on the end game, basically. The percentages and rarity helps, but in this game, it's kind of varied. At least that's how it feels. I have a decent amount of experience with the first game. It's pretty similar. Oops, dashed right into him. So the golden hammer is really good because it directly changes what your weapon can do. You'll see. So attacks hit twice, which is great. It's exactly how it sounds. Your special bounces toward up to 2 more foes. So that's good in crowds where there's a lot of enemies, but like there's a lot of instances where you're one-on-oneing and you're gonna want all the power you can get, so I'm gonna avoid that one. You can channel 40 magic into your Omega special to deal 300% damage in a larger area. That's cool, but that's also a lot of magic to use. And while I could get more magic, I don't know if that's the best use of what I need. Besides... Oh, wait, it's not cast, so it's not my ring, it's my special? As a projectile move, it might be worth it. Especially if I'm going to be using that most of the time. You know, I think I will do that. I think it's the best option of the 3. Especially based on the build that I'm using. Same thing, we're going to go to this.
Blessed already by the mighty god of earth and sea, are ya?
Yep. Alright. Epic. Your sprint destroys most range shots near you and inflicts scorch on foes that fired. So this is good for deflecting like bullets. Pretty helpful. Most range shots. It doesn't mean all of them. I don't know exactly which ones it doesn't apply to. I haven't been brave enough to experiment with that yet. And haven't thought to look it up. Your cast repeatedly inflicts scorch on foes. And even though this is epic, it's like 4 damage instead of 6. It's not as good as it sounds just because of the rarity. I mean, it's nice to have an epic, but it doesn't make that big of a difference with this particular ability. I've seen it before. Your Omega special also launches a fire projectile. Pretty cool. But yeah, damage and cast that deals damage every 1 second, that's pretty useful. And it's not even just the Omega one, so we're gonna do that. In a lot of games, having a ton of passive abilities can really stack up more than a bunch of different buffs on specific things, like a small buff to a special move you can only use every 20 seconds. Yeah, for sure. It's the more often you can cast something, the more it stacks up. For games like this. Skipping the dialogue and going right into it. Trying to get rid of that tree. There we go. Go for the rings. Enemies will spawn. Watch out.
Now beware. Well done.
Oh, I've been sheeped. Watch out. I can't do anything when I'm the sheep. I could just kind of like slightly move away. It only happens once per boss fight, and this is the only boss that does it. It's like a specific thing. Yeah, see, it was nothing. It's okay. Big shot. That's really strong, dashing and then doing that. Easy. I don't even think I got hit like once, maybe. Cast for Cast repeatedly inflicting scorch sounds good. Yeah, it is. You just drop the circle, and whatever's in the circle, they get lit up, and it's free. It doesn't cost anything to drop that. Unless I charge it, it looks like this. It costs me a little magic. And then when the ring disappears, it deals extra damage to whatever was inside of it.
Carefully about.
Pretty cool. Alright, let's dance.
Look upon me.
Doing that just gives us some currency for later. Not for the shop, but back for like the main menu stuff. The perma unlocks that work between runs.
He's back.
True. So we drink from the fountain, it heals us, but we're max health and have armor, so it does nothing. And it doesn't use anything, it's free. You don't use it, you lose it type of deal. We already got a rare thing from Poseidon. We didn't get a boon from Aphrodite yet, we got one from Hephaestus. And would a boon from her be good? Potentially. Would it be just as good, if not better than the others? Potentially. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. At the end, we're gonna switch to this. It gives us an extra life in case we die, which is amazing. Alright, this is the final boss. He comes to talk to us sometimes.
What are you? A thrall of those calling themselves gods, mindlessly serving at their whim. My children are crafty. To them, you are nothing but a common tool. And not an especially sharp one, it appears to me.
Now that's ASC. I don't like him. He's a tube. Alright. Next area is the water area. Oh, Hermes coming up next. Tube. Tubes. There he is. Oh, the steam coming out of the wall. Oh, I didn't even see the thing bounce like that. There we go. Careful the water. Hear me like from Rudolph? I wish. No Dennis in this game, as far as I could tell. We just got the fast talker here. Your hex requires using less magic before it is ready by 15%. It's pretty specific, but not awful. Each time you slay a foe, deal more damage for the next 30 seconds. That would stack up and be really good, but what happens when you fight a boss and there's only one enemy? You know what happens? This becomes almost completely useless. Specials are faster. As basic as it sounds, I think this is the best one. We get to shoot these quicker, or they move faster. Yeah, we get to shoot them faster. Path of Stars for this, so our special move that we haven't even touched yet, we'll get better with this. So let's go in.
This is the Titan's fault.
very safe way to play. Just spam Y from far away. But I mean, why would I not? They aren't gonna hit me like this. Big shot. Ugh.
Death to Chronos.
Taking a bunch of passives like that seem better than taking specific buffs to specific things. Generally, not always, of course. 100% I agree. When it's applicable to more things instead of very specific things, it typically has a higher benefit. Well, we have to get this one first. Lasts longer. I still haven't even used it, so I don't know exactly how it works. It sounds like you just get a whole new moveset for like a few seconds and you're really strong. It's very specific, but I didn't have much of another choice. During your hex, you deal 10% damage to guardians. What's a guardian? Oh, like a boss. Okay. While your hex is not ready, you have a plus 1% chance of dodging. During your hex, you deal plus 20%. Well, what comes after it? Well, this is almost always active, and I like that. During your hex, your special deals crit damage to distant foes. While your hex is not ready, you have... We'll stack it. Sure, then what's next? During your hex, you deal 10%. I'm fine with those. That's decent. Unless you can stack those small percent chances into a large percent, it seems like total garbage. You're right, but it does stack. But like 2%, yeah, it's not really that good. I'm just doing those to get further up the tree so I can unlock the better stuff. So store pomegranate upgrades something, not the rarity, you'll see, but it upgrades by like a number to a current thing we have, like one of these abilities, any of them. It'll give us 3 choices usually. Said that before I saw the tree. Yeah, no, I mean, you're totally right though, that's fair. I just want to get away from these guys. I got stuck on something for a sec. Those seahorses blow up when you kill them. You gotta watch out for that. It's getting steamy. Big shot. Nice. Let's grab the power palm. Your attacks occasionally create a blast, so instead of 12 seconds until that big swing, it does 10 seconds. Your specials do an extra 10 damage essentially, which is 50%. It's pretty good at that. And this goes up by 15 points, which is 50%. I mean, these are both 50%, but this one seems to be, they're both really good. But this attacks faster than every 1 second, and I'm using it more often, and I can shoot it anywhere. While they're both good, I think I'm gonna go with this one.
Never get enough of those.
Got a flower. Oh, alright, so do you see this lock here, Tibbs? So, like, if I don't want the pomegranate, I can unlock this and get another option, but I have to fight another room of guys, and it's typically a little harder. I'm confident enough to where I can wipe everything without taking significant, if any, damage. I'd rather have the option, so we're gonna go for it. Yeah, see, that was easy. You're a gamer. Fuck the guys and get the reward. That's right! I already got it done by the time I read it. Look at that. But do I want this? There's a boss in here, and it's probably, it's a boss in the water area, and it's a rat, and it's really hard to kill. And while that's helpful, this is also very helpful, and saving health at this point of the game is probably a good idea. And I have 3 empty slots. Yeah, we're going with the pomegranate this time. But I got to flex my gamer skill, and that alone was worth it. Oh, accidentally stepped on the steam. Oops. Watch out, the arrows are coming. Or the water, I mean. A lot of stage hazards here. Jeez. Your cast oh. Upgrade. Yeah, we're gonna go with the cast. It's an easy pick, I think. Alright, so we got her again, max health upgrade, or money. We only have 59 health. I'm thinking about going for the max health. Standing on the steam again. I need to get better at that. Sometimes I just don't visibly see it. Get out of here, boy. We're gonna kite them over here. Enough? Having high DPS AoE around you seems super good. Yeah, it is, and that's what this ring does. And it slows them down, too. It's especially helpful for bosses, including the last one, because he has a lot of, like, charge-in moves that are a pain in the butt. Nectar is a rare item. It doesn't help us in the run, really, but it's a good thing to get, so we're gonna go for that. Big shot. Getting hit by the little stuff, I'm just not seeing it so great. Alright. Still doing fine. Nice. Did you see my message above that? Oh, I didn't. My bad. I don't know enough about the game to say, but the cast ring score thing seems good. Either no enemy near you, either no enemies are near you and you don't really need it, or enemies are near you and you'll really want it. Yeah, exactly. And there's some enemies that chase you. You kind of drop it between you and the enemies like that. Or if you're in the circle, I didn't mention this, but I have a passive ability on where, like, if you're in the circle, you deal more damage. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. If they're in the circle, you deal more damage to them. So it's always good to get them in the circle. It just drops it right on top of you, so you gotta be close. It's good, though. Alright, we have a couple options here. I'm definitely going for either Aphrodite or, what's her name? Fire Lady. Which one do I want? I think Fire. Let me think. I'm trying to remember the boons that they give. Which one would be better? I wish I remembered. Oh, Aphrodite this time. Steam. Always stinking steam. Wow, it bounced right in my direction. Didn't think about that.
The gods.
Okay. Are you familiar
They're
with
not beautiful mirror.
win more
You
cards
always look
in the
gorgeous
card
in it,
game?
but its real power is to help miracles seek you out
Win
and
more,
bestow on you the
as in
very
like
best I
more of a reward? Is that what you mean? I don't like this one that much. Oh, actually, this would be really good for bosses. Especially the last one. If you happen to be near, it recharges your magic. A dash attack, basically, and then this one creates little damaging orbs every time you use magic. We need a way to recharge. One foe is always weak. And they deal less damage. It's like a win on multiple fronts. I think I'm gonna actually pick that one. I've never picked
This must be
but
love.
I think it's good. Store or health and some max health. We're gonna do that.
Vitality.
Oh, get the dance.
Let me
Let's
help
do
you.
it. Nice. And a flower. Alright, it's boss time. You know, their cards deck can make you win in a total blowout, but only if you're already winning. If you're behind, they won't help you catch back up, but if you're already ahead, they'll let you win by a ton. That's the idea of win more. Oh, I see. Like exponential growth, basically. I don't know if there's anything like that in Hades. There might be. I'm unfamiliar.
Oh, hey girls, guess who? It's the one that got away, that's who. Something you want to know about me, lady, is once I catch him, I never let him go.
That comes as no surprise to me at all.
Are you not a clam? We are skeletons!
I find the easiest one to go for first is the drummer because they don't move. And you can kind of kite the others over to the drummer's location. Alright, that one's shielded, now we have to go for the others. She moves awfully slow. Let's go for her. She's like low-key off screen a little bit. I don't know if I'm doing damage. Yeah, we'll go for this one. Dash there. Alright, we're hurting. Big shot. Alright, let's go. Oh crap. Happened fast. I'm gonna go for this. I'll try that move. Seemed decent. Oh, we have this thing again already? That was quick. Alright. Alright, last effort here. The circle kind of keeps them all away, and I can kill them real quick. Just have to doing that. There we go. Good enough. I was gonna say you don't win more stuff because you don't need it to win, and it won't help you come back. You want the opposite, actually, stuff that you won't really need if you're winning anyways, but will help you out a ton if you're already behind. The Scorch Ring seems like that. That's why I think it's good. Yeah, basically, each god you visit, maybe not all of them, but there's a lot of, augmented rings. Like this one's fire. There's another one that does like something else. There's like a few different power-up variations of it, but the Scorch one is definitely good. It's one of the better ones, I think. Heal?
The siren's ready.
Didn't heal everything, but most of it. We heal a little bit each time we enter a room anyways. Alright, let's do another one. This will be good because we have one more fountain left after this. So I'm down to do this one for now, and then we'll do that one for the last room. I think that'll be the best option for us.
Long way down.
Hi, Zoldy. My kid's here. She's sleeping at my feet.
For morning
She's
fields.
a very good girl. Hammer and pomegranate sounds good to me. So this one you get to pick which things you get first. It's like a giant room. The hammer is like always the best item usually. What is this? What's she doing here?
The blade of the underworld. Won't be needing your help here. Thanks. Finally.
Oh, we're competing. I thought I was supposed to hit her, so I dropped my ring there. It's alright. We're supposed to slay more people than her, but it only counts when you get the last hit, so I don't know. She's really strong though. If we lose, it's not the biggest deal, but like, you know, obviously try and win. I like to go for the weaker enemies since they're likely to die quicker, you know. Did I win? It was a tie. Never had that happen. She just ran away. That's fine. Alright, let's grab the hammer. Your special fires 2 projectiles that seeks foes, so now it'll shoot 2 spells and it locks onto them. That's really, really helpful. It basically just doubles the damage. Your dash strike hits a larger area and destroys 60% of armor. That's super, super, super good too. And this one I actually, like, it's not bad, but it's not really good for what I'm doing. So it's down to these two. And I'm going to explain these real quick. This will do double damage and makes it so we basically never miss our spells. It'll just always hit them, for the most part. This can, you know how they have a yellow health bar? Sometimes, like enemies? This means I hit them once, and it takes out 60% of the bar, regardless of how much armor that they have. But this doesn't apply to their health. This is super good against enemies with armor. The only thing that stinks about this is that the bosses don't have armor, which means this is completely useless, and the hammer is super rare. With that being said, I think I'm going to go for the first one, but that second one is still really good, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to go with this. How common is it for enemies to have armor? Yeah, exactly. It's like common, but the bosses don't. And if I pick this armor one, especially for the last boss, this is going to be almost basically completely useless. So I'm going to go with the first one.
One remains.
Like, would it make those encounters super helpful? Yes. Are those the encounters I really need the most help with, though? I would say no. me.
Chronos so loves his gold.
The first one is always good, the second one is situationally good. That's exactly it. On the money.
You'll burn.
Like, look at how many shots I'm doing. That's nuts. Nuts. That's so good. Alright. Your special move, like your basic attack, that range one? Yeah, so the special is like the long range magic bullets. My attack is my spear jab. And then my cast is the fire ring. So your attacks will occasionally create a blast. I already have that. Increases the cooldown from 12 to 10 seconds. The scorch damage of the ring does 45, bumped up to 55, so an extra 10 points a second. Magic restoration for the weak enemy nearby. I think I'm gonna go with scorch damage. I like that one. Well,
Could get going now.
that's a choice. All the things I have are decent. I get to pick something here. Hephaestus or Aphrodite? I think we'll go with Hephaestus.
They think they caught a live one.
Worth it. Alright, maybe it wasn't. Didn't do as much damage as I thought, so that's okay. We're taking out their shields so quick anyways with these double bullets. We definitely made the right choice with that. That's... Didn't think that would hurt me from all the way over here. Stay far away. Nice. We lost a little bit of health, but nothing too major.
Olympus, I accept this message.
After you sprint for 1 second, use 10 magic to create a blast that damages nearby foes for 300. That's pretty decent. Your blast effects also inflict vent damage is 400. After 5 seconds, afflicted foes take burst of damage. So, my main attack, every 12 seconds, I get the blast effect added to whatever enemy I hit. This will deal additional damage, which is pretty good. I would be able to use this more often, but I would have to sprint, and I don't know how often I'm really going to use that. Gain bonus max health based on your magic limit. Max health would go up by 30%. So it would go up by like a little over 30, which is helpful. I think we'll do the vent damage though, because that's pretty good. I feel like my psoriasis is acting up. My skin's very dry. That's okay. Are there any other doors? Is this the only one? Yeah, it's just her. We're gonna go see Echo. Her choices are always very strange.
She's still here. Poor thing.
Poor thing, poor thing, poor thing.
I wish I knew what you were doing in a place like this. Though, you can't just tell me, can you? Your heart must have been broken.
Must have been broken. Heartbroken. Heartbroken.
Gain 50% dodge chance, but lose 2% of this each time you dodge. Dodging you basically need to do for movement, and then this goes away after like 25 movements. It's not very good in my opinion. Manifest a copy, so I would just get another boon of Hephaestus, which is nice, or get a random boon from the previous night, which means like when I played yesterday. I don't remember what I had. Hephaestus is good though. Let's see what he said here. Tips. The second seemed best to me too. First one You'd have to sprint and use magic. The third one is just health increase. Yeah, that is what it is. Health buffs are generally bad unless it's by a lot or if you really need it. Which I don't that much. Not yet anyways. You save health by getting stronger and avoid damage. Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna be stronger, you're gonna take less damage anyways. Of all these things, I mean, the first one is just like not really that great. Unless I had the weapon where I could block, because then I could do that instead of dodge, and then only 50% of stuff would hit me. But we don't have a means to block right now. I don't remember what I had yesterday, so that's super random, and a Festus is good, and we already have a Festus item, so we're gonna go with that.
Such a power.
Alright, let's see what we get to choose from now. After you sprint, it's the same one we saw before. Your attacks and specials deal bonus damage to armor by 20%. Armor is that yellow health bar. At the start of each encounter, you are briefly impervious for 8 seconds. Honestly, I don't really love any of these. The sprint isn't, like, bad. You could do it often, but, like, it's using magic and you have to sprint when you're sprinting or not attacking, which does more damage, so... Almost set. And I'm trying to be, like, further away. I'm not trying to run right into them, so... I don't know. Your attacks and special... Again, armor is pretty specific, but if I can always deal plus 20% to armored enemies, I have a better chance of surviving up until the boss at least. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Are you using magic much? Yeah, anytime I do a charge ability, like you'll see me shoot like a big ball, or sometimes I'll like charge up the fire ring. That's when I use magic. It's the blue meter right above my health on the bottom left of the screen. I'm gonna go with this armor one.
Yes.
None of them are like great, but that was the best choice I had. Okay, now I get to pick a door with 3 items in it. So I either get max health, I can visit Hermes to get another ability and then upgrade an ability, or I get max magic, some money, and I get to max up my special move. My special move is fine. It's good, but like, I don't know if I want to upgrade it. The money will be helpful for endgame, the magic is helpful, but having another boon, more health, and upgrading sounds overall a little better to me. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, the sprint one seems like trash if it's gonna take up a resource that you want to use on other stuff. Increased damage to armor situational, but at least it doesn't have a drawback like using up a resource. Yeah, exactly. So far I would have taken basically all the stuff you've taken. Wait, what did you just ask? So, I won't move on. I'll ask you for your help here. Ready? So, this one right here, the door with the heart, the wing, and the pomegranate, basically the rewards here is increase of max health, I get another ability, and I get to upgrade an ability. Door down here upgrades my special move where I turn like dark, basically. I've used it like twice so far. It was good, I just haven't used it a lot. It's kind of situational. Money, which I could use at the shop at the very end. It's probably like an extra 100 coins. And I get to upgrade my max health. I think the first option's better. What do you think though? I think this one gives me the most chance of getting stat boosts that really matter in the end. Check my phone real quick. I think my answer is going to depend on how much you think you can get out of more money. Again, it's kind of random because 1, I don't know what's going to be in the store. 2, usually the thing you want to get in the store, as far as I know, is another one of these boons like Hermes. It's very expensive, and it's a hit or miss. It's helpful to get by the end, though. Still kind of random, though. I think I'm gonna go with this one.
Petals from a golden bough.
Both options are, like, decent. And they also have... Wow, my special move right now is so good. Those double shots, look how fast... And, like, the added damage to armor, that's really, really strong for, like, right now. Stop to smell the flowers.
Myrtle.
Plus, if you use that ability twice so far, sounds really situational. Sure is. Sure is. Oh. Get out of here, Mr. Sucking Man.
Focus, Mel.
Alright, let's get the pomegranate. No, pomegranates. Alright, we're gonna play hit and run here. Oh, whoops. Actually, I ran right into those thorns. It's a big open area to our advantage, you know? Took a little damage, but we're doing okay. This part of the game just gets tough. Although it's something you'll lose on choose, then it might have been worth it. I can use it once. I don't know how much damage it's really even gonna do. It doesn't exactly tell me. It's very vague. But, I mean, either way, I'll use it at some point during the fight. It only lasts for a few seconds. Best case, it helps me a lot. Worst case, I lose like 8 seconds of the fight. It's not that big a deal. Oh, that's easy. We're gonna go with the splash. We're shooting so many of these, that number's gonna add up real quick. The tree will tell us where to go.
Illuminate my path.
Ash is down there, Hermes is over there, health is right here. Take this first. We have to take everything. Watch out. Oh, well, I didn't even see the thorns I was running into. I was so focused on the enemy. Totally my bad. Let's take out that guy. He's almost dead. Take out the small ones. Struggling right now. Uh-oh. Drop the ring on him. You know, there's like a little stone right there. Yeah, if I stand here, he won't hit me with that move. I'll cheese him. There we go. This will heal us a bit. There. Ash is down here. Yeah. 55 to 60 damage seems like a bad upgrade unless the difference hits an important threshold. Yeah. Like, hitting extra damage for each one of those little things, like look how many I'm shooting now. It's gonna add up so quick compared to the others. See? I'm melting their health bar. Schmelting accident. May as well use this now. Let's see how it does. Doesn't seem that great. That, like, special move. That was it, like, the dark mode thing. It didn't seem that great. Maybe it's better if you upgrade it, but that's super hard to even get a chance to upgrade. Fuck that move.
In the name of Hades.
Weird that was such a small upgrade for the ring. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it doesn't scale that high. Your attacks are faster. Your sprint is 20% faster and gives you a barrier that ignores instances of damage. Hits blocked per encounter. So for each room, I get to block one hit with it. And I run 20% faster. You find money in greater quantities. Receive 100 now, plus the bonus. Like 120 coins. I know money is useful by the end of the game, but I'm not going to pick this one. I'm going to pick the sprint. The reason why is because specifically for the last boss, being able to get far away from him is very important, and the 20% boost in speed, I've used it before, it makes a big difference. Plus an extra shield, I'm going to go for that. Is the 20% speed bonus going to help you dodge more damage? Yeah, it is, exactly. It will, so I'm going to do that.
Let's pick up the pace.
Yeah, see how much quicker I move, and I put a little shield on. Alright, we got the store and the pomegranate. And then I think it's boss time. Let's take a look at this. there might be something worth buying here. You move 20% faster for 8 floors. Your specials deal 40% more damage for 5 encounters. You restore 50% health after 4 encounters. These are actually really helpful. I might actually get all of these. At least I know exactly what I'm getting. This 40% buff, even though it's only for 5 floors, we're about to fight a boss. Like, that's gonna help us a lot, you know what I mean? This might last us to the end of the game. I'm not even sure if there's 8 more encounters. And then this will heal us. Yeah, I'm going for it.
I have the gold.
What I get for the money and what I can potentially get for the money later, it's worth doing that. And we'll do the pomegranate. We still have money left over. It's not like we can't get anything later. Specials, we're upgrading again. So an extra 5 for the ring, an extra 7 for the cast. Why is the ring not upgrading that great? You know what I mean? That's kind of strange. I'm not complaining too much. And then the magic restoration is nice, but like, it isn't that necessary. We already have regen on top of this regen, you know what I mean? We're going all in on the splash damage for specials, because our specials are dummy leveled up right now, especially with that thing we just bought. It's gonna absolutely wreck them, brother. Alright, let's do a little dance. Get down tonight. It gets faster, see? Locked in, hell yeah. I assume the ring would be OP if it scaled well. Sure would. You'd be surprised. You can get upgrades where it's like you can shoot the ring somewhere else. Like you get the slowdown time and aim where it goes on the screen. There's one where the ring gets like bigger. There's one where like when the ring explodes it does like a ton of damage. The fire is good. And it's not like we could have got something better instead. It's just the only one we've had the option for. Since you bought all 3 of those temporary upgrades at the shop, can you get the most value out of them by taking on harder fights for better rewards? I'm not sure. I actually don't think so. I think it's a set path. It's the amount of rooms you go through. I think there's like a certain amount of levels, basically. But either way, we're gonna fight Big Doggo. We're gonna fight Cerberus right now, so let's do that.
I'm going to help you, boy, no matter what.
Oh no! My controller just died. What an awful time. That's okay. I have more batteries. I'll be right back. Quick bathroom break. Unplugging controller! Alright, gamers. It's a good thing I brought some spares. The spares downstairs. Where is it? It's over there's. Who cares? Alright. Cerberus. We're dodging, dropping the ring, shooting the magic. Here we go. We're so fast. Oh my god, we're doing fat damage. Ooh, I didn't think it would hit like that. Look at those shots just homing in right on him. I wasn't even aiming near him. Basically just gotta run out of range and shoot these things until it hits him, right? Yeah, pretty much. You're nothing! It's gonna show up. I'm doing so much damage compared to what I've done in the past, and it's not even close. I'd usually be at, like, he'd have 80% left still, no joke. So I really just gotta play careful. Oh jeez, look at that. I think we're fast. Ugh. Dodge right through it, because we're the greatest. Look at that. Smoked his ass.
The bestial, triple-headed guardian of time
Leave my dog alone.
regains his senses once again.
Okay,
Go find your master now.
that's a currency. And we move forward.
So much dust.
Alright, I know exactly what I'm doing. It's simple. So this will heal us most of the way. All the way. I can math. I didn't even look at it like that. And then we get the extra life. The other things aren't as good. We get more money. This is only good for like the first 2 minutes, so that's garbage. First 2 minutes of the run, mind you, not even the boss. Deal critical damage when you're practically dead. That's pretty much useless. This we don't need, and we aren't getting another fountain, so extra life it is. Alright, we move on.
One last drop.
Open sesame. And here we go.
The lowest reaches.
Is there money? There is.
Should be a clear path to the house.
I'll just bust this stuff to take the extra life, I assume. Yeah, we don't have a lot of things unlocked yet, but the extra life can at least be kind of useful because it also heals us. But yeah, nothing to boost our attack or anything like that, otherwise I would do so. Well, there is if you're like practically already dead, but at that point you're already losing. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? I'd rather take the health at that point. It's just short of hitting him. There we go. That's so good. Dibs, you picked a good time to drop in the stream, bud. We're killing it. Alright, next room. Do I have any other options? Oh, look at that. Probably fat money. Never mind, that's not even a thing that blows up. Just looked like it, you know? Looked like a golden base. Yeah, only getting a buff if you're about to lose The game sounds pretty trash. Yeah, it is pretty trash, yes. Right. I'm the trash man. I took out the trash, which means I'm taking you out because you're trash, yes. Those things. Big shot. Oh. You could sit right in that circle, bud. Right there, right there. Didn't even get hit on one of the hardest wolves. Sprint speed seems really good. Yeah, it is. It's the trash raccoon. Yeah, like being able to move fast like that, you move out of a situation. That. Smoke 'em. Alright.
Do I risk straying from the shortest route?
Okay. This is important. Very important. We're at a critical moment here. So these buffs at the bottom were those temporary things, remember? I'll restore health after one more encounter. I'm at full health, man. Specials deal 40% damage for 2 more rooms, or move faster for 5 more. So this will skip a room. The next room. Sorry, it like skips a battle room, if that makes sense. But this will give you an option of 3 options. You get to pick one, kind of like an ability, but the ability is usually super good and specifically to fight the final boss. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can only save it based on like I can't. They're not consumables, those abilities. It just goes away. Like an encounter means like 1 more room, 2 more rooms, 5 more rooms. I think we'll have the sprint by the end, but these are gonna be gone anyways. Yeah, I need to do this. This is the best choice. Trust me on this one. I'm like 110% confident.
Melanoe? Nyx herself. Even she was powerless against the
It's the man himself.
2 of Knight Incarnate's own sons served in my house along with her. I suppose he has them too.
Would not skip an opportunity to get a good upgrade, just to minimize your encounters and hopefully retain temporary power-ups. Yeah, exactly. I think I would lose the ones I'm gonna lose regardless. This is gonna be better than sprint speed up. Trust.
Hypnos asleep again, and I've no recollection of that other name. But time has worn on me, perhaps. Regardless, if the witch yet leads the unseen, the will of night is not yet lost.
After you take damage, go dark for 10 seconds, and then has a cooldown of 40 seconds. Damage while dark is 100% dark. Vanish for 10 seconds, strike to appear, deal bonus damage. Interesting. Restore 1 health for each % of damage you deal until you reach the limit. This is essentially 100 heal. It's not that great. Deal more damage for each spent Death Defiance used. I haven't used any. This would give me a % buff. Yeah, I'm not gonna pick any. You let me know what you think. But this just heals me for 100 and then it goes away. It's basically a potion for 100 health. It's not that great. This just isn't used until I use my extra lives, and then it gives me 10% damage buffs. But that means I would have to die. I have 2 lives. And then this one gives me 100% extra damage. I think for 10, if I'm reading it right, for 10 seconds, every 40-second cooldown whenever I get hit. You know what I mean? I was thinking life tax would let you heal up to 100 per fight or something like a passive heal. That's what I thought when I originally got it. When I played yesterday, I picked this. I'm like, oh, 100 heal per fight? That's actually not too bad, you know? That way I'm like really charged up for the last fight and then I can heal, maybe get some armor. No, it's just 100 total. It's ass. It's not good. It's probably like the worst thing Hades has. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna do the go dark. You know what I mean? Because that last one is like extremely situational. This one, while situational, I'm gonna take damage during that last fight. You know what I mean? Do you get anything by skipping and taking nothing? Nah, unfortunately, you just gotta pick one of the things. I mean, there's no benefit to not picking anything. I'm just gonna have to go with the best option, and it's Unseen Ire. See how good it does.
Granted. That is all.
Thank you. Alright. Move on to the next room. There'll be bad guys here, so we gotta be ready.
For our family.
About to get a little weaker soon after the next room. Because of our temporary buff going away. But, hey, it is what it is. Holy shit. I didn't get hit.
Good.
That was good. The first one is definitely the pick, yeah. You might even be able to abuse it if you can take minimal damage from something in order to get the bonus. Yeah, like as much as possible, exactly. I don't know. That last boss, you'll see, he attacks like nuts. He's not like anything else we fought. Abuse not the right word, but you know what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Just use it as much as possible based on the cooldown times and how long the effect lasts, for sure. This has a really hard boss in it. This would skip the floor. This wouldn't give me anything, but this will. We have a lot of money. We can buy the last boon and avoid the risk of taking the boss on. I fought that boss and it's hard. Do you think you're strong enough to beat Chronos by skipping floors? I'm by far the strongest I've been, and I've almost won once, and we can still buy stuff at the shop. We have 800 coin. That's a lot. Gold. Yeah, I'm gonna go on. I'm not gonna fight the boss. It's not worth losing all the health and then needing to spend money on health before the last fight, because they don't regen you, unfortunately. I feel like I have no place to run here. Oh, you can dash across the gap. That's okay. What is hitting me? That little thing? I didn't even see it. That's okay. We didn't take much damage. We're doing alright. I don't think we have an option. I think that's the only door. Yeah, it is. Just curious, if you're way stronger this run than the other one, makes you think that other boss would have been too much of a challenge? Although I'm stronger, although I'm strong and I can wipe it out pretty quick, the attacks that they dish out, like, it's hard to avoid. I would rather save health than and take what was offered. I would rather save the money, not have to spend on heal if I can avoid it, and save the money towards a boon in the shop. It's just a better chance that I'll get something helpful, I think. But that's a really good question, though. I got that dark upgrade. Seems really strong. Because I got hit, you know? The thing that Hades gave me. Whoa. Okay, flew in out of nowhere. Need to, like, kind of move a lot here, I think. Oh man, he dashed right through my circle. It slowed him down, but not that much, I guess. Alright, there we go. I think that's it. Nah, I think it's shot. Oh, I could go here. Nah, I shouldn't. How good is the reward from that boss? It gives me another, like, pick one of 3 item things. You know what I mean? But I can buy it in the store. And one of the items I'm missing increases, it'll be like, when you start running, deal damage type of thing. It's good, but, like, it's not that good. The last thing is for a circle, but we should get that in the shop, I think. You know what I mean? We're gonna go to the store. There it is. So, I could get... What I should do is pick one of these 450 ones, the 150, and the 90. This 600 thing doesn't even help us this run. It's for back at the start menu thing, so it doesn't really matter. Well, either way, we're definitely getting this cheap one, so let's get it and see what we get. And that can influence our decision.
Such an ugly job having to smuggle little blessings such as these into the worst of places. But we make it worth his while, don't you worry about that.
Dash blast foes. So basically this one makes an attack when I do my little dodge. It only does 20 though, it's not like that good. Any heal rewards have greater effect when you find them. I'm not gonna find any during the boss fight. Pretty sure. Oh, max life rewards. Yeah, it wouldn't do anything for me. Whenever you exit a location, none of these really help. That sucks. Of all of them, the dash makes the most sense.
Beautiful.
Alright. How valuable is the week? Yeah, it's just that. We get to pick her again or fire? What about week from Passion Dash? Yeah, I'm gonna use that. It makes them deal a little bit less damage for 3 seconds. It's helpful, but I like... I don't know, I'm skeptical of how often I'm gonna be that close to him, you know? Well, I guess I will be at points. It's better than not having it, and it's infinitely more useful than any of the other ones, because they simply won't even be activated in the first place during the boss, so it doesn't even matter. Now I get to pick either her or her again. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll take the fire one, because theirs wasn't that great. Low-key, yeah. Kind of thinking the same.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Ooh. Whenever Scorch-afflicted foes are slain, they deal damage to nearby foes. Not useful for this, really, for the most part. There are little minions you fight, but, like, it's not often enough to where it would make too much of a difference. Foes with at least 300 Scorch take a burst of damage that consumes the effect, an extra 62%. So the fire ring builds up Scorch. So this could be applicable. Scorch deals bonus damage to armor. The little guys I fight during this battle do have armor, so that is helpful, but that's only for the ring again. I'm gonna do this. This is way more applicable.
Getting warmer.
I might as well heal. Okay. Shit, natural gas absolutely destroys hordes. What's natural gas? Is that one of the things I just got? Was that the name? Oh, is that the other thing? Yeah, the middle one seems the most useful for the last fight. Yeah, exactly. The armor one is good for other things, but yeah. Alright. I have 2 extra lives. When I'm healed, it'll help a little bit. I still have my temporary for the final fight where I'm faster at least, so that helps. When we're enemies with Scorch will damage other enemies when they die. Yeah, that is really good. It's not good for the last fight, so you're right. Alright, here we go. Sorry if I don't read chat till it's done. You'll see how hard this is. I fought this guy like 5 or 6 times.
This way again.
Something like that.
You are too young to know what it was like. Before the gods reshaped the world to be like this, mortals did not have to die in agony and waste away within this pit. A simpler age, and all the better for it.
All the better because you controlled every detail.
Kubos.
You couldn't stand that others had a different outlook than your own.
Hell yeah.
You went to war with your own children. After eating them whole, so they say.
They say a lot of things. They went to war with me. My offspring and my other charges did not always take to discipline. I had too many to look after to take cheek from anyone. And you, my girl, are not entitled to anything more.
Here we go. Drop the ring. Cast.
They never learn.
The enemies are already here. The sucky. Okay. Went dark. You're melting him.
Please. Oh, look, company.
Goes one life. That's okay.
Our family's favorite trick.
Oh man. I sorry. It's not over.
Child. Like father, like daughter, then is it? 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I gotta run to that.
Legions of the Golden Age, answer my call. Am I supposed to be impressed? Why the rush?
Damn. So close.
Again, you have
It's so hard to dodge all that stuff. That's the furthest I've gotten though. Ah, man. Good try.
Wait for me, Father.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. I didn't mean to
They were all
click
so
on that.
happy together, weren't they? And oblivious to the Titan's threat.
True.
Sister Selene.
Oh, what's she doing here?
Oh, little star. During such phases, I remain unseen in the night sky and can enjoy a moment's rest. So let us speak a little more.
Great Selene, I am honored by your presence here.
And I am grateful for the opportunity.
Farewell till then.
Oh, nothing, just talking.
All clear.
Goddess.
Alright, man, good night. I will talk to you
Whole palace
soon.
have gone to scout.
I am probably gonna head to bed as well. In a minute.
Focus.
Just checking out this stuff.
Just as I thought.
What do you mean untapped potential? I don't have any unlocked that can do 3. I mean, I don't know if I want to do that. Well, actually, that could be useful. Yeah, I'll get it, I'll get it.
Fates.
Oh, and then that, for sure, for sure. Anything new over here? No? Well, guess that's it. Alright, well, I'm gonna end it here. Whoever was here, thanks for watching. We got close. I know it's like a never-ending battle, but, you know, we get a little closer each time. That was by far the best one that we've done, I think. Um, we'll get there eventually. Hopefully by the end of the week. Hopefully tomorrow. But all right. Good night.